Hey everybody, Ron from the Rhody Sports Show here with Coach Derek Desousa from Scituate High School football. How you doing, Coach?
Not bad. Thank you for having me.
We're sitting here watching the Cowboys game going live, and I wanted to talk about the toy drive that Scituate High School is doing. In this time of like COVID, where football's getting shut down and no one's able to practice, kind of sucks, right? But some schools are still doing their thing and giving back to the community. So tell us about your toy drive, Coach, and what you guys are doing for the community in Scituate.
Yeah, first of all, our boys, have been working hard. And fortunately, during this pandemic, we had a little fundraiser. We're just trying to get a little new swag for our guys. So we're going to have some new uniforms that we're going to be pulling out this year. So with that being said, we felt a little fortunate. So we want to do something to give back. So our senior group came up with an idea and also came up to the staff and wanted to do a toy drive to help kids who are less fortunate and families who are less fortunate at this time. So right now, our football team is doing the first annual Scituate Spartan football toy drive. We're blessed to have the community support. We have 3 locations that started today and go all the way to the 22nd. We have the toy boxes that you can come and drop off any unopened brand new toy. The 3 locations are in Scituate. We have Granite Farm Pizza. Great place if you guys are hungry. Make sure you go by there and grab something to eat. Great appetizers. They have some of the best staff around. We also have Brigio's Market, right in Village Plaza. Go down and see Sean. Sean will take care of you, as well as some of the best staff you can meet. And our last one, we have Charming Treasures, some of the best young ladies who can get you fashion on point and things like that, and have great Christmas gifts. All 3 of those businesses we appreciate and helping our community and supporting our high school student athletes in a time of need. We're also trying to teach these young gentlemen that around this Christmas time and holiday time, it's not always about yourself, but it's about making sure that others around who are less fortunate also have the same opportunity to have joy in their life and enjoy some presents on that time of day.
So, Coach, is your first year running Scituate, right?
Yes. I this is my first year. I was hired in June, and fortunately and fortunately, it's a double sword knife. I feel in my seat gives us a little more time to get prepared. But yes, this is my first time being a high school head coach in the state of Rhode Island. I'm looking forward to the opportunity. I want to thank Principal Hassel and Athletic Director, Sal Gillespie, giving me the opportunity, to come over and positively affect them young boys in Scituate.
Right. So now let's talk about the program's history, at least recent, right? Struggling a little bit, right?
Yes, if you go to look up the rankings of the previous years, you will find Scituate, ranked pretty last out of 45. We're ranked in anywhere between 44 and 45. Our last Super Bowl appearance was 6 years ago, and our last Super Bowl appearance and championship was 26 years ago. So we're hoping to bring a little change of culture. Was able to come up with a great coaching staff with a lot of experience, and them guys are all on board and they're great men here to lead our boys in the right direction.
Yeah. And so now, is it been tough? Because obviously, it's a weird situation to take over your program, and then you have all this COVID stuff happening.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a challenge, but when you're a competitor, that's what happens. You look to rise and you look to make the positive effect on any situation that you're in. Taking over in a COVID situation to me is still an opportunity to be a head football coach in the state and to give my troops and lead them in the right direction. But yes, it was hard. Numbers are lower than they usually are, and with a team with under 400 population enrollment in our high school, it can be hard to get boys out, some new players out. A lot of times they're comfortable with the old staff and the old ways, but I have to give my kids credit. Since I've taken over, the guys who have been our consistent core guys have been giving me nothing but everything they have, and that's all I ask them. We have a saying, and it really, and what we go by since by day one, it's hustle inspires hustle. I don't care how big you are, how short you are, where you come from, you have no money. As long as you give me everything you have, you're going to have a great experience here at Scituate High School.
Right. And, I was thinking they brought you in the Scituate and, they're hoping that you can turn the program around. I mean, you never know. Maybe they could just bring you to Dallas.
Yeah, I know. I wish, man. I've been a lifetime Cowboys fan, and it's been hard. Basketball fan. I'm a New York Knicks fan. It's been hard. So maybe God will bless me with a little good karma in real life.
Right.
Things that I can't control with my boys out here.
Right. I was going to say, because the Cowboys aren't looking too good right now.
Yeah. Right now they're down.
17-10 throwing Hail Marys into the end zone before halftime.
Absolutely. But, with the Cowboys, you got to be the best of it. You can't just jump off ship. I grew up in the early 90s watching them all the time, and those were our heydays. And, I've been a Cowboys fan ever since. I've been down to the stadium a few times, and it's a great experience. And that's like something with our guys, too. We've been on the lower totem pole for a while of D4, and sometimes just having a little belief and giving your guys a little bit of belief in themselves and making them think that they can do things that maybe someone told them that they can't do. And willing to go the extra mile and work hard with them. And I'm looking forward to what this 2021 team is going to do.
So let's talk about the toy drive again. You had one of your freshmen, right? Let's see. Yes. We'll pop up a couple pictures.
So this is one of our freshmen. He's a grinder. He's going to leave his mark on the Scituate football program. That's for sure. His name is Dan Wolfe. He'll be he plays quarterback and free safety for us. He's going around the town. He's a Scituate kid, and he's just doing stuff on his own time. Come out and help make the presents for me and wrap them with me and go and make our stops to 3 different spots for the toy drops. So big shout out to my man Wolfe. Love you, man. So he's a guy who's came out and never played football a day in his life. And has just bought in since day one at the quarterback position. And, the sky's the limit for this gentleman. He's a very knowledgeable kid. He's got a great support system, and I'm glad he's on my team.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, freshman quarterback.
Yes, sir.
New program, new coach. Yes, sir. Rebuild of a program. I didn't upload a picture of your possible uniforms because I didn't know if you wanted. Right. No, I didn't know if you wanted them out there, but they look lit.
Yeah, we're trying to be a little bit different with our kids, so we'll, just stay on the lookout. We'll have some of hopefully the Flyers gear. I'm not saying it's the best, but we're doing what we can do for our kids and what we feel is the best for our team. With that being said, our guys will look, what I'm saying, sharp, and hopefully we'll put a good product on the field.
Yeah, I mean, you got a brand new field.
Yes, sir.
I mean, so you have all the pieces, right? Like you have a lot of the makings. Now, this isn't a knock on the school, but like you walked into a kind of a tough situation, right? That the program was a little depleted, the funds or the equipment and your uniforms, everything like a little depleted. You kind of had to work back and build it up, right?
Yeah, and fortunately, my staff and I and the administration, we've been working together just to make sure our kids are out there. Everything's protocol. Our kids are going to be safe. In the future, we're looking to upgrade, but we have to take steps as a program. And right now, we're just working on building our program and building the number of kids in our program and making sure we're staying positive on and off the field. And that's why this toy drive is something that I feel like touches base with some of our program, some of our kids in the school, and a lot of the faculty and staff and administration that supported it, as well as the community. So with that being said, I just wanted to thank everybody involved for making this happen and, coming out and helping support the kids in a time of need.
Yeah, in other sports, they do good things for the community, but nothing like football, right? It always seems like football is always doing that little bit extra.
Yeah, it's just something about football, what I mean? It's those who grew up in it or, what I'm saying, have a football family. All of us this year probably experienced something that we haven't had in a while. No Thanksgiving morning, since I've been a kid. Growing up,
that was tough.
Growing up in East Providence, going to watch Buddy Rogers and all them guys play. And then when I played in East Providence, through the late 90s and early 2000s, and then when I coached in East Providence and, coaching at Cumberland and having a great time out there and having a great experience. And
Jamie Silva.
Yep.
Jamie Silva was there.
A freshman. Jamie started both ways on my senior year team. A lot of injuries happened, and Jamie was a young boy, and he jumped right in. and played like a grown man, put us on his back, and ultimately made the play to win the Super Bowl when Brad White threw that ball to him.
Yeah, wow, crazy. Yeah, no Thanksgiving was tough.
Yeah, so
That's tough.
it is. It's
It's
just
been
a lot of tradition, it's put on hold, but hopefully, a new tradition will start. I was fortunate enough to coach one of Ron's sons, and 2 years ago in spring, and I kind of got my feet wet in the spring, so this won't be my first time taking a team in the spring.
Oh, true.
So that's one advantage that kind of our kids have, and I think it's a good thing. I really do. Keeping these kids busy, we have to give them something to look forward to. A lot of these kids is their only chance of what they see a chance to make something of themselves, or have a chance to get a slice of their educational pie paid for, or be able to have a great time with their friends in their community. A lot of our kids at Scituate, have been through some tough times in their football, I should say, career, whether it's Pop Warner or going up to the high school level. So we're looking to improve that, and by improving that, hopefully we'll improve our numbers and the quality of Scituate football.
All right, now let's talk about this camp you got going on there.
Yes, so Northwest football and weight training. Everybody's asking, what's it about? Well, a lot of times people have specific camps, whether it's a quarterback camp, wide receiver camp, kicking camp. But this is going to be exclusive because we touch on all bases of football. We touch on film work. We teach you how to break down film. We teach you how to all concepts, whether it's offensive play concept, pass concepts, offensive line play, things like that. So we go on the board. We go as far as like combine training, prepping, things like that. So guys who are getting ready to test, whether they're in their junior year, or their senior year, or perhaps some rising sophomores, they're coming in, they're getting there 20 times. They're working on all the stuff that they need to give themselves a shot to get a look at. So if, all it takes is one coach to like it. And that's the truth. Somebody could go to watch, say Ron at the Scituate Ponagansett game, and by watching Ron, he sees me and I do good. A lot of things happen, when scouts are in the building. So just at any time, anybody could be watching. So just make sure, if you're watching this and you're a high school player, just give it all your all. You never know who's watching.
Yeah. So real quick, do you know when you might be trying to launch this? Or?
Yes, we're looking probably the first Saturday after the New Year. We're probably going to go with the youth between 11 to 13, and we're looking for skill guys. So if you're between the ages of 11 and 13 and you are a skill guy, you will see a flyer be coming around the next week or so, so you can lock in your spot. And you can be the first class of the the 2021 of the class that we're going to be doing. So if you want to take your game to the next level, you want to travel to the country and go to some good universities, some Big Five schools, and go to camp out there and really get yourself in tune with what you need to take your game to the next level, so you can potentially play at that school. A lot of guys go in blind and they're not sure what the whole process is. So, coming in good hands with guys who've been through the process and can point you in the right direction and can give you the specific drills that you need to improve your specific area of need, not just a general drill. We're looking for your weaknesses, and we're trying to, improve on that so we can make your overall, product improve.
So if people wanted to get in touch with you somehow to inquire about this,
they can just hit me on the bottom. You'll see my my email. It says Spartan Football 2020 at gmail.com. You can, try to reserve. Like I said, the first one, the first weekend of January, we will have the young adult, which will be 11 to 13 skill group. So after that, I believe we're going to be doing a high school lineman one following in the second weekend of January, but I'll be in touch to make sure we get that out.
All right. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to pull that down. All right. So you got a toy drive going on, and how much longer is that going on for?
It goes to the 22nd.
22nd.
Yep.
Okay.
On the 22nd, we'll go and collect and empty out all the bins, and on the 23rd, my players and I will be going in uniform to the Toys for Tots and delivering them to all the boys and girls and anybody in need.
So if you're swinging by those locations in Scituate, bring a toy, drop it off. Want to just real quick? Want to read the locations off again one more
Sure.
time?
Like I said, if you're going through Scituate, you're going through the plaza, we have 3 spots. We have the Granite Farm Pizza, the Brigio's Marketplace, and Charming Treasures gift shop. Make sure you guys stop by there and come help support a good cause.
All right, awesome. Okay, and what do you think about February? You think you guys are gonna have a season?
Yeah, I think it's a go. I'm hoping and we're pulling for it. Having us kind of just waiting on ice, kind of the terms. We really can't practice. We can't do anything, and to have us just in pause, in limbo, and not being able to give us a cause of action plan from now, kind of makes them pigeonholed. They gotta at least give us a shot. Let us as coaches, take the rules and guidelines and hold our kids accountable to those, and hold our kids and staff to standards, and let us go out there and let these parents see their kids live their dreams.
Now, what do you think about this? Is what my thought was about football, because you talk about all these different. Oh, look at this! Gina's on TV right now.
Perfect, right on cue.
Yeah, right on cue, huh? So you talk about all these sports that got to play.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now winter sports are coming up, and you got some sports that are questionable. You have basketball, right? A lot of they wear sleeveless jerseys, a lot of them.
Yes, sir.
You got wrestling, right? Singlets, masks, but it's one-on-one. It's not like a team sport, so it could be worse, could be better, right? There's pros and cons to that.
Absolutely.
But everyone will have a different type of protocol to keep things sanitary. How do you think football is going to be able to do that? What do you think they're going to be able to have to do with the equipment? I mean, this is going to be a big job.
Yeah,
what will they have to do with the equipment after people play?
I mean, it's a lot, and especially for the head coaches, it probably entails another hour to hour and a half a day just to make sure everything is protocol before, prior to practice, and after practice, post practice. That's where the assistants and the younger tier coaches, as well as the younger freshmen and lower class level, I'm saying lower class students might have to help out, and make sure that everything, the checklist are checked and everything's put away after being sanitized, and everybody's checked and everybody's distant and things like that. To me, it's worth it. I mean, I know it's a lot to go through daily in preparation for it and things like that, and it is a headache. But to me, it's one worth having. High school football is a big footprint on my life, and I always remember it. And to the kids that I coach, I always tell them it's the best times of their lives when they're playing with their boys. Stuff that you can't go back and change. So a lot of us, we try to pass that down. And for these kids to miss any of their season, you know what I mean? I feel it's just not fair.
Yeah, I mean, I could think and see it kind of in my mind, but they sell those sanitizing guns now. I feel like every locker room's gonna have to be equipped with that. Every kid's gonna have to have a certain protocol when they get off the field, how they get undressed, what they're doing in the locker room, where they're stacking the equipment. Someone's gonna have to spray the equipment down afterwards. And that's every practice.
Yeah, and I'm almost taking the pop on a mentality where I might tell the kids just to take your stuff home. You know what I mean? And things like that. And we all say it'll be a protocol. I don't know if it'll be dependent on school to school, program to program, but whatever we feel necessary to keep our program and our kids safe. Safety is the number one thing here. We all love football and we want kids to live out their dream. And, we want to be out there on Friday nights and Saturday mornings and, competing just as bad as anybody else does. But we just want to make sure that our kids are safe.
Right, exactly. All right, dude.
Well, I just want to thank, my man for having us. I appreciate everything. And go Spartans, baby.
Yeah, go Spartans. So, good luck to you on your season. And we just wanted to get on here, kind of give these guys some love for their toy drive. If you, like I said, driving through Scituate, we gave the names of of the places a couple times, so stop in there. Football is more than a sport.
That's right. That's right.
Football is more than fighting and aggravation and drama, and all these sports have all this crap, right? Why don't you come back to the good? Football is a lot of good, right? Everyone's worried about playing on the field. Okay, I get that. We all want to play. Everybody wants to see their kids play. I want to see my kids play. I want to see Coach D have his first season. I want to see everyone, I want to feel that again, right? It's electric. There's nothing like going to, and I mean this sincerely, nothing like going to a high school football game. It's different. It's
Yep.
different than
Really
college. College is great, right?
more of a job,
But college, people love their school, but there's something about playing for your hometown.
Yep.
There's something about playing for when you live right down the street, right? That's your backyard. So it's a little different. We all miss that part, but remember the good stuff about football. Remember that you guys are all a brotherhood. Remember that everyone's on the same team. Even though we all want to play against each other, there's got to be some competitiveness, and football has some of the most hard-headed, hard-nosed people, on the planet. And that's why we love the game. But at the end of the day, when we're all 60, 70 years old and we're all like chilling at the Elks Lodge,
that's right.
And Coach D's buying me a Schlitz, right?
That's it.
But
Two Schlitz is coming.
Two Schlitz is down here, right? And we're gonna just all be brothers. That's the way it is. And these toy drives and bringing food to the needy on Thanksgiving and all these type of things that the football teams do. That's where we should be trying to live right now.
Yeah, and it's just using this platform to just show that there is still positivity and people who want to do good and kids who want to do good, young men who want to make a difference, and and I just think that's very important. So people see that in Scituate, it is more than football. Don't get me wrong, we want to win just as bad as the next person, but we want to also teach life lessons. I want good men, who grow up to be, good sons, good fathers, good husbands. I know that's type of cliche, but it's the truth, and that's what our staff and our program and our administration. We hold our kids accountable. We expect them to be good student athletes and carry themselves like great young men in the community.
Yeah, and doing things like this, even when you're not playing, you're still a team.
Absolutely.
You still have like that team bond and the camaraderie, and you're still teaching them to be good people in their community.
Absolutely.
And that's why I think a lot of times you see football players are the ones that end up coming back and giving back. You see it a lot, right?
Yeah. And hopefully, that's ultimately what it's about. Me growing up playing, I'm giving back, coaching, just like you're giving back all the time. We all do. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope, that the community embraces us and supports us and goes into our back us and help us, improve and give these guys what they deserve.
Right. And it's tough. It's tough for any of us to soapbox, right? No one really wants to do that. But when we're in this like crazy time. No one knows how to deal with COVID,
Yes.
right? None of us are. I mean, I don't feel bad for the governor, but at the same time, I mean, she doesn't know how to deal with it. No one knows how to deal with it. Everyone's figuring it out, right? And the thing is how you compose yourself during these times is what your players and your kids and your families are going to see.
Yeah.
Whether you're a coach, whether you're a parent, whether you're a player yourself, everyone's watching what everyone else is doing at this particular moment in time. It doesn't really matter who you are. So compose yourself properly, right? And if we don't have football right now, you don't have any power over that. Yeah, you have a voice, you have a say, but you don't have a lot of power over that. And what you should do is try and find other avenues for your team to still be involved with football, because football is like a culture. It's like a spirit. And the game is fantastic, but there's more to it.
Absolutely.
And that's what these toy drives and the food drives and everything are going to do.
Yep. And, it's not just a one-time thing. For me, football is 24/7, 365, so it's just a way of life. And, I'm hoping to, at any time that I can help anybody in need, our program, we'll step up and try to do that. So right now it's at the toy drive. Come spring, if there's anything that we can do around the community, you'll probably see us going around and trying to help in that way as well. So if you see the Spartans come around, just know we're here to help out and do the best we can.
All right, everybody. Well, this is our quick halftime edition here at the Slough Boys game, unfortunately, right? These guys. Actually, it's only one touchdown, and it went right through his hands. He almost caught that Hail Mary. It was close. It was close. We've been watching it. So, so for Ron Robert, Coach D here in Scituate, we wish you guys all the best and happy holidays, hoping that we can have a season coming up here in February. And, just remember, be a good role model for everybody in your community. Try and give back, and things are going to get better soon. All right.
Thank you.
For the Rhody Sports Show, we'll sign it off, and we'll see you on Friday. Oh, on Friday, real quick, I got to give a little plug here because, I might as well. On Friday, good show. We have Coach Willie Edwards, so all right, former head coach of Moses Brown, coach at Brown University, and apprentice scout for the Los Angeles Rams. And we also have Super Bowl champion, former New England Patriot from the very first Super Bowl team, J.R. Redmond's going to be joining us on the show as well. Two great guys. And listen, I am just going to say this. Yes, Brady gets all the props for that final drive against the Rams. But if you go back and watch that, 7 out of 9 of his plays went to who? J.R. Redmond, right? So just remember that. I try to remind people that. I mean, great. I love Brady, obviously, but Redmond should get a little nudge for that at least, I think. So, all right. So see you guys Friday at 5:00. Talk to you soon. Thanks.